Well, hello friends. Today we're going to work on a bug report. So we got this really nice bug report here from Lawrence. Hi Lawrence. And it's about how glabel doesn't honor new lines. So you set the glabel to show a string that has a new line in it, and it just ends up as one long string. And obviously that isn't doing what he would like here, and what anyone would like probably. So I think we should just make the text painting code know what to do with new lines. I feel like that would make the most sense. So if you tell it to print a text with new lines, we will just line break, and for centered text we should also make sure that the next line is centered, like horizontally. So let's work on that. So I guess the first thing we should do is just make sure that we have a label with a new line somewhere. So let's get Hello World app. So I guess I can just edit this thing right here. Hello World, hello friends, and we can see how this ends up. Alright, so you see that it doesn't care about the new line character, it just prints it like a white space or whatever. So we have to do that slightly differently. I'm thinking we should do it in the painting code, like I was saying. So in Painter, we have Painter draw text, and there's more than one draw text, but this one is just a wrapper around this one. So this is where all the meat and potatoes of text drawing in Serenity is, basically. And this is text elision. You know, like if it's too long, then we will turn the end into ... That's all of this stuff right here. And then here's the alignment code, and then here's the glyph by glyph pixel drawing. I mean, the actual pixel drawing happens in drawglyph. But yeah, those are the three sections of draw text. So I guess the first thing we should do is I guess we should turn it into a bunch of lines. So let's see, we can do something like vector string view, some arbitrary number. So this is the inline capacity or static capacity, whatever you call it, of vector, which means that we can have up to 32 elements in this vector without making a single heap allocation. So it's just a little optimization when you know that you're not going to need that much space in your vector. You can instantiate it this way and avoid heap allocations entirely, while still having the convenience of the vector API. And if you should add more than 32 elements, then it will just transparently transition into a heap allocation, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyways, so we'll call this lines maybe, and I guess we can just iterate over the thing. Text. Oh wait, we can't iterate over these things this way. I don't have a string view iterator or string iterator or anything like that, so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way right now. Text length, okay, and then if, we can even say auto character is text I, if character is new line, then guess lines.append text substring view, and we should remember where we started. So start of current guess the current position minus the start of the current line. Right. And then we also need to start of current line is I. Well, actually, no, because then it will point to the new line characters. I plus 1. And not break, but continue. Otherwise, we will just plus plus I. No, we don't need to do anything. And then when we are at the very end, I guess if I is text, right, minus 1, and start of current line, it's less than I. Does that make sense? Then we need to produce a line as well. Or, well, I guess what we should really do is just afterwards we can just say if start of current line is not text.length minus 1 or text.length, then lines append and then instead of I we put text.length. Maybe I'm messing this up, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Basically now I think we should have a vector of the various lines in this text. And if we have multiple new line characters, then we should also have a new line for each one of those. Okay, so let's just print these out. We will just do a simple line like that. And no, what's it called? Demos, hello world, and actually we should have libraries like GUI and clean and Nancy. I know that I can just do a full rebuild every time now because it's so fast, but I don't know. I just feel like doing this today. Okay. So let's see what we end up with here. So, hello world, hello friends, and goodbye. Yeah, we're text printing that guy here as well. Right. So these are definitely ending up on separate lines. That's cool. Then let's not worry about that anymore right now, but instead let's just get to business. Okay, so now we have multiple lines. Then I guess draw text, we get a rect. And then we're supposed to paint inside of that rect. Well, that much makes sense. So let's see. I guess what we should do now is compute the bounding box of this whole thing. So that would be bounding rect is I mean, we can just start it at 0, 0, and then, because the interesting thing that we want to figure out is how wide it is and how tall it is. So let's see, we can figure out how tall it is by just doing lines dot size times font dot, is there a line height? No, glyph height, and how much space should we have between the lines? I guess we don't really say that here. I kind of feel like that should be up to the font. Do we have some kind of line spacing somewhere in the terminal? How much do we use? 4. Should the line spacing be part of the font? I don't know. Line spacing part of font. Let's do a super quick one. See if anyone tells us in the first 10 seconds. I don't see it. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just figure it out on our own then. Then let's not make it part of the font right now, and instead we just use a constant that we will call static constant. Line spacing is 4, say. Line spacing, okay. So now we have a height of the bounding box. Now we have to iterate these lines, so we can just do that here. Okay, so then width of this line is width. I guess we can call it line width to be extra clear. Font width line. Can we just compute that? Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. And then if line width is greater than bounding rect width, set width, line width. Fancy. Okay. So now we should have a good bounding box for this text. Then the bounding box is what we're going to want to actually align. So, for instance, for centering, we want to align the bounding box within the rect that's provided to us. Because the API here is that you call draw text and you give it a rect and you say, I want this text to be inside of this rect, right? And with this alignment and this color and whatever. But this rect here, it might be much, much bigger than the bounding box of the actual text that we're painting. So that's why we compute the bounding box, and then we're going to align the bounding box within the destination rect here. So, and then text elision, we should figure that out a little bit later. So let's just start with this. So I guess currently what we do is we just compute the point where the text starts. That's kind of unfancy. I guess it's because this is some of the very earliest painting code I wrote. Back then, there wasn't so much rectangles happening. It was all about points, like draw this bitmap at this point, draw this text at this point. And then later on, it became more about rects. So this is an old vestige. But we can let it be for now. So let's say let's align the bounding box within the rect. Okay, within the destination rect. Let's call it aligned. Aligned bounding rect is, or maybe we can even make it simpler. Jesus, why are you buzzing so much, phone? Or we don't need a separate variable, actually. We'll just use not center within. This is going to depend on which one we use, actually. So for top left, we're going to do bounding rect. Move, no, is it not move? Set location. I guess rect location. We'll figure out what to do with this one momentarily. And then for center left, we center left. What does that even mean in this context? I'm having a brain blackout. I guess it's like vertical, center, and then to the left. Right, so for multi-line, that means that it should still be left-aligned text. And I guess actually we can just use these points here that we were computing before and just move the oh, but that's not going to care about the height thing. Okay, so we'll have to tweak this a little bit. This guy here, instead of font glyph height, it should be bounding rect.height. Likewise for center right, it will be bounding rect.height. And same with you. I mean, in your case, it's just going to be that we bounding rect dot center within rect, and in this case we do auto point strike location, bounding rect, set location. Yeah, okay, I think I was on the right track with that stuff. So let's do that. Bounding rect, set location. Okay, yeah, I don't need to do it this way actually. Oh wait. Okay. Center right, we already know the width because it's the width of the bounding box. I keep calling it the bounding box. The name is bounding rect. Doesn't matter that much. Bounding rect dot set location. Okay, we're getting there. And then now, I mean now point is really just bounding rect dot location, right? That's where we're going to start our drawing. But what we want to do here is, well, one thing is that we want to do text elision on a line-by-line basis, so we have to fix that. And then we also want to do, I mean, actually, text elision on a line-by-line basis sounds really, really weird. Although I guess it makes sense if you don't do, I was thinking about line wrapping, but it makes some sense actually if you don't do that, if you don't do line wrapping. And we're not going to implement line wrapping today. So this is just about new lines or multi-line text. Okay, so, but we got to do this line by line here. So let's do that. So space width, blah, blah, blah. And then final text. That's the elided text. Right. Let's see. Kind of thinking like if we should do some kind of a loop here and move this out to another function. Maybe let's do that. Okay, so what the hell did we, what arguments did we have? Let's see what we have. Text elision, blah, 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 blah. Draw line, text line. And this is now going to be the bounding rect. Or actually, maybe not even that. This can just be rect. Still, that's fine. And all of these things are going to be the same, actually. Yeah, it's just that we are going to produce a line rect for each line as we iterate through. And then we will move the text elision up to here. Okay. And let's see. I'm thinking, do we need to do this here as well? Yes, we kind of do. So let's say text rect is rect, or so in this case it's a no op. Oh, and this is const actually. So there's name it a underscore. It's kind of hackish, but I do that when I have a const something argument. Then I call it like a underscore if I want to use that name locally. Sometimes it's not the most beautiful thing, but and then I just do this. So like auto rect is a rect. And now I have a const non-const copy locally that I can use. So this is no op. No op. And here we just say rect this and that. Okay, and then this is going to be it's already centered. It's already on the left side, so all we have to do here is center vertically within. Wait, does this even make sense? It doesn't make sense. Shit. Center. It's already vertically centered. We just want it to be on the left side. So this is a no op too. Because the text line is going to be, this is going to be an internal function, and it's going to be, let's actually flesh this out a little bit so that we can think more clearly about it. So this should be private in Painter. Why are these protected? I am not sure, but let's stick with that then. I guess it's because gpainter inherits from Painter and then it wants to do something. Okay, so let's just remove these redundant informations. And I was thinking we would do a point instead, but no, a point is not good enough. It still has to be a rect for centering to work. Okay, so then, but center left, we don't have to do anything because it'll already be there. Center right, we need to do exactly this, rect right minus text width, and then just like that. Or actually, no, this should just be like this. Should be at y0. Okay, and then were we not computing the text? Text width. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do it this way. Final text. Okay. Well, going a little slow here, but I think we're gonna be okay. All right, and then we should paint something. So let's move this gunk up here. Blah blah blah. Auto. Oh, removing the point. Interesting. Well, that's fine. Let's just say rect that location now. And okay, now we just have to iterate over the lines. And we need a number anyway, so let's just do it this way. Plus I. times I, okay, and then we need to compute the line rect, and then we just need the line, color, and elision. Okay, and then the line rect is going to be where did we have the line spacing? It's up here, right? And then I guess the line height is going to be font glyph height plus line spacing, and then we can do like this instead. And then we have the line height down here for our convenience. So the lines are always going to start at 0. Or rather, it's always going to start at bounding rect. X. It's going to start at the bounding rect location, and then the width and the height will be the width of the, no, not the width of the line, and it's going to be, oh, okay, let's start over the thinking. So the line rect, let's write it out clearly. Bounding rect X, that's fine, and then bounding rect Y plus line, is it, no, I, this guy here, the line number that we're currently on, times line height. Right, and then the width is bounding rect width, and the height is the bounding rect height. Okay, there we go. All right, don't need you, and this will surely not work on the first try. I'm screwing something up. I feel. But let's have a look at it. So how's everybody doing, by the way? I've been getting more and more people showing up lately. That's really fun, but where are you all coming from? Like, how do you find this? How do you find my channel and my project? It's really fun with the new people, but I have no idea where you learn about it. It would be really interesting if you would leave a comment and tell me how you learned about Serenity, because I'm not really advertising it. So I'm curious. Yeah, look at that. It actually does kind of work. Although it's left aligned, is that what we wanted? Let's go and look in the hello world main. I guess we don't set alignment explicitly, but the default one is center. So it's certainly centered on the screen, but it's not, I would expect the lines to be like horizontally centered relative to each other as well, so we gotta fix that. Okay, so painter. Center is this guy, so the bounding rect is now centered within the rect. That's fine. Maybe we should make this a little easier for ourselves and do a draw rect. Bounding rect, color, say red, and then we can make each line rect could be a, I don't know, blue rect. Would that be good? Line. Or actually, let's do it. Let's do it down here in the loop. Okay, and they're right next to each other. We don't forget about them. Okay, so how did we center? We do rect center within rect. Well, that's clearly not what we need to do. Right. So in this case, the issue is that the rect is always as wide as the whole bounding rect. Each line rect is as wide as the bounding rect. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean now that we have the. We should be displaying the rects. Okay, so here we see the rects, including the line spacing. So what we were doing here with rect, center within rect. So that's this whole rect here. This is rect. And then we are centering him within himself, which doesn't move anything anywhere. So what we really want to do is we want to, I guess we want to shrink him down first. So that will be the bounding rect, and then we can also do a separate rect here after we modify the rect a little bit. And we'll say color green maybe, or magenta. Oh, and we can't even see the red because it's overdrawn by all the blue. So we'll do that guy. And then here we are going to make the rect a little smaller. So we'll say set width text, or font width of text, a final text. Okay, so you can see now we have this magenta here, and this is the final rect that we're drawing into. And now you can clearly see that the hello world rect here is smaller than the bounding rect. Width-wise, it's like not as wide. So now we can center the rect. I mean, we have to make a temporary rect here, so let's call it shrunken rect, shrink wrapped, shrunken, yeah, is rect, shrunken rect. Is there such a thing as a centered within? No. Well, that's okay. We'll do shrunken rect, center within rect, and then rect is shrunken rect. That's a little roundabout, but should do the trick. Okay, there we go. So hopefully, I mean, it's really messy with all the rects now. So let's get rid of them. Okay, look at that. And what happens if we make the thing a little too narrow? Then it just does that. Okay, well, that's something else that we can work on some other time. But actually the elision here doesn't seem to work on the goodbye button. That's not right. Let's open something else that will do elision. Do I even have anything? I guess the Widget Gallery. So you can see, like, when the space becomes too small, then it will do dot 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 at the end here. So this is not happening on the button anymore, so that's not right. And we need to fix that. So that would be in draw text line. Let's see if the font width is greater than the rectangle. Well, I would expect this to cause that to happen. Am I using this somewhere else? I don't think so. No. Okay. Well, let's print this out. Lighting text. that? Just to see that we get this message. So maybe it's not happening at all. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting any of that alighting text stuff. Why is that? Are we not passing text elision right? Should alive. We're passing the elision through everywhere, right? We have the elision here. Pass it through here, yeah, okay, well. Should alive, yeah. Okay. Oh shit, yeah, because now we're always passing in the bounding box of the text. So the text is always going to fit in the bounding box. Right, we're going to need the intersection of the bounding box and the destination rect. Bounding rect and the destination rect. Right. So let's also do that. Let's do rect.intersect with I guess a rect. Yeah, we're intersecting with the original rect. That'll work out, I think. Oh wait, now I'm in draw text line. Shit, I'm in the wrong place. I want it to be down here. Yeah, I thought it didn't look quite right. Yeah, we want to intersect the bounding rect with the original rect. Bounding rect, or even we can even do it here. Line rect dot intersect bounding rect. Sorry. Yeah, we have to do it here actually, because otherwise this code here would get confused, and he would start with the first line, wherever the intersection would start, which wouldn't be right. Okay, that's more like it. See, now we get line by line elision. That's actually really cool. Oh man, very, very nice. Okay, so then we have should elide. Let's get rid of that. And that. And let me just see how this looks generally. Without all of the gunk. Okay, well, that's really neat. Let's try a different text alignment. So let's specify one. We just do label set text alignment. Text alignment, let's do top left. Yeah, it's certainly in the top left. Okay. Let's just try all of the ones that we have. We don't have so many. We just have top left, center, and center right. So that is certainly center left. And let's also do center right to see that the individual lines also get right aligned. Because I feel like I kind of glossed over that. Yeah, I glossed over that part for sure. So center right does not look good. Okay, well, that's good that we found that out. So what did we mess up? Center right, bounding rect, set location. Rect right minus bounding rect. that width. And then the center minus the boundary height divided by 2. So this part feels right. So what's going on up here then for center right? Rect set location. Oh, well, yeah, I was thinking in relative numbers here, clearly. We should, the thing is that we should just not touch the y value. There we go. All right, very cool. So let's see what we have. I guess first thing is that we can just get rid of the, or actually we can we can leave the hello world demo like that, because it's nice that it shows the that functionality. Okay, so let's do a patch review. So here we just have the hello world app stuff. We'll say, we'll get rid of the center right thing, but we can leave the 2 lines. Hello world, hello friends. That's nice. Okay. And then here in Painter, we now separate out a draw text line function that draws a single line. This is an internal function in Painter, so we don't want outsiders calling this guy. Okay, and then we do the this is aligning the individual line. So for top left we don't do anything. For center left we don't do anything, because the individual line that's just one line box, right? So center left just means paint from 0, 0 in relative coordinates. And then for center right, we're vertically centered already, but we just swoop in from the right hand side with the width of the final text pixels of displacement. And then for center, we shrink wrap the rect by setting its width to be the width of the final text. And then we center the shrink wrapped rect within the destination rect, and then make the rect be the shrink wrapped rect, or shrunken wrapped. Yeah, all right. Here, yeah, we just have to make a local called point, because that's what we used in the glyph drawing code, and I didn't want to change that too much. So this is just maintaining what we had before, like a point where we render the glyphs. All right, and then here, paint or draw text, that's just the old helper. We didn't actually change it. All right, and here in draw text, we now make a vector of all the lines that we want to paint. Actually, I'm just going to press Alt-Shift-F in case I made a formatting boo-boo somewhere, and Clang Format will just fix it for me. All right. Right, so just iterate over all of the text, and when we encounter a new line, we will append a substring view of the text starting at the start of the current line and up to the current index, and then just continue. And then, oh yeah, and the next line will start after this character. And then at the end here, if we've accumulated anything past the last time a new line started, then we will also append whatever was remaining as a separate line. Okay, and then here we just hard code the line spacing. Maybe in the future we'll figure out if line spacing belongs in the font or what, but right now we don't know, so we just hard code it here. And then the line height is the glyph height plus the line spacing. Cool. All right, and then we compute the bounding rect. We can figure out the height of the bounding rect very easily. It's just a number of lines times the line height. And then for each line in the line vector that we made, we compute the width of that line. And then if the width of that line is bigger than what we currently have as the bounding right width, then we just expand the bounding right so it is as big as the biggest line. That's cool. And we have to do this, right, because of variable width fonts, then we can't, we have to actually compute the width of each line to figure out which one is the longest. We can't just look at how long they are in terms of characters, but we could have an optimization for that if it's a fixed width font. So let me add a fix me here. This could be optimized for, or actually, wait, hold on. I was thinking this could be optimized for fixed width fonts, but font width is already optimized for fixed width fonts. So this will actually already do what we want for fixed width fonts. So don't worry about that. All right. Right. So then now here we are aligning the bounding rect. So for top left alignment, then we just move the bounding rect to the top left of the destination rect. That's easy peasy. For center left, we move him to the left, the x coordinate of the destination rect, and then we center it vertically within the destination rect. Cool. And sometimes I wonder if it would be cool to have a function where you would you would give it two rectangles and an alignment parameter, and you would just say like align this rect within this rect, and then like center it or center left it, center right it, whatever. Maybe that would be something that would be nice to have. I'm gonna think about that and see if I want it later, but I'm not gonna do it right now, but maybe it would be something good to have. Anyways. Okay, and then for center right, we just move it to the x coordinate, rect right minus the bounding rect width, and center vertically, fine. And then for center alignment, we just center within rect, cool. All right, and then down here, we iterate over all the lines, and the line rect starts at bounding rect x, and it's the bounding rect y plus the start of the current line in pixels, and it's as wide as the bounding rect, and it's as tall as the bounding rect. That doesn't seem right. No, that's not right. It should be line height, tall. Okay. I guess it still works because we didn't try to do any vertical adjustment in the draw text line function. But yeah, that was clearly, that was a logic mistake, even though it didn't actually produce any bad output. So it's good that we were going through this carefully here. Okay, and then we intersect the line rect with the destination rect, just to make sure that we're not messing up. And then we just pass it to draw text line. So I think that we're good here. And then what did we have more? Just declaration of the draw text line function. Okay, cool. Let's commit this. This is shared graphics, right? Yeah, so this is all Painter. Implement multi-line support in Painter draw text. Okay, dispatch X possible to draw text things like ABC, DEF, GHI. It works by first computing a bounding rect for the whole string. So first breaking the string into lines, creating a bounding rect for all the lines. Finally, aligning each line appropriately within the bounding rect and drawing them one by one. Cool. And then let's just add this little hello world change too. Hello world. Alright. Let's just do this. This will be kind of... Because then it's still hello world, technically. It's not hello world, hello friends. It's just hello world. Hello world. Very cool. Okay. Hello world. Make the demo label say hello world to show. This is really just to show off multi-line G label. Nice. All right. Actually, let's do a full system rebuild here and just make sure that we're not completely screwing everything up. You know, do an old smoke test. See if any smoke comes out, you know. But I think this turned out pretty okay. Come on. Here we go. Well, this looks a little bit weird up here. Something is not right about that. And also this. What the heck is going on with that? Why is the text all up in the top like that? We gotta fix that. Text is just ending up at the top in every case. Okay, well, let's figure out why it's doing that. Let's get some... Yeah, I mean, every single situation the text is too high. It's a y coordinate 0. So which one should we take? Let's do the this window titles, because that's easy. Window frame, title text, title bar rect. Where do we use the title bar text rect? Okay, and then it's used where? It's used here. No, that's not what we wanted. Where do you draw the freaking text? Draw text. Title bar, title rect. It's using center left. So maybe we do still actually need to center vertically within. Is this because of the line height thing? Actually, oh yeah, so if you're doing a single line, then we're adding the line spacing, but we don't need to. So let's see, for the very last line, there shouldn't be any line spacing, right? I think that makes sense. Okay, so line size times line height. And we'll do minus line height. Okay. Line rect is this and that. Okay, does this make sense? That's not really what I was hoping to achieve. Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's not line height that I wanted to do. I wanted to do line spacing. Oh, I messed that up completely. Let's see, and run. I wanted to remove one instance of line spacing. Why don't you build? Okay, that's weird. Okay, yeah, that looks more like it. And then in the Hello World app, things still look right. And we can't make it a light right now because it's too narrow. Give me something where I can align some text. Maybe the about box. I can't. Damn it! Do I not have anything left where I can do this? Text editor. I guess maybe the. Okay, this is such a stupid problem. Come on, like I have to have something where I can test this. Here? No? Well, what a stupid problem. Nobody is letting me test text elision anymore. I mean, I'm spotting lots of places where we should have text elision, and we got some kind of a assertion failure here in the about box. That's something to look at later. Okay, well, why can't I think of a single place that does text elision? What a stupid problem. Oh, right, the widget gallery. Oh, yeah, it still works. Okay, here's some proportional slider that was added the other day. That's pretty cool. Although, I feel like the alignment here on the left isn't perfect, so if you feel like you made this thing and you feel responsible for it, then maybe make it align nicely on the left side here too, because on this side it lines up with these. Or wait, am I just stupid here? Okay, wait, hold on. I was just stupid. I'm sorry. I was thinking that the left side of this knob here was the start of the widget, but it's not really. It's like we want it to align with the start of the track, just like it does here. So I'm sorry. I take it back. It's fine the way it is. It's pretty neat, actually. Anyways, I just came here for the elision, and it works. All right, so. Wow, way to go all over the place. So what did we do? We just took away one line spacing so that the very last line doesn't have any extra spacing vertically, which means that single line text doesn't get unnecessary spacing, which makes sense. So let's just say painter don't add vertical line spacing after the very last line in draw text. This means that single line draw text calls don't get any additional line spacing added, which makes things look right. Yeah, okay, that was kind of a crappy commit message, whatever. I'm just gonna push this and, oh shit, no, hold on. I forgot something. I should say that I'm fixing that bug. I almost forgot it. So it's 297, and oh man, we should put it here. How do you do this? Commit, rebase, I had 3. I think here we would edit, right? And then we commit amend. We get to edit this one, so we say fixes 297. And then rebase continue. And we're good. Yeah, so then we added that there. Git rebase is amazing and very confusing sometimes, but that was smooth. Okay, good. I think let's just, I'm feeling brave, let's just push it. And maybe we can see it one last time. Oh, got like a nice little extension there from the bug we found. Yeah, now we're in a good place. So here is where we're going to end the video today. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching and for coming here and hanging out with me as I continue to work on this operating system project. And let me say that I super appreciate that you all are coming here regularly and hanging out with me, because this is so much more fun to do with all of you around. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.